benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today. Welcome back to Windsor High on Parkland Sports Live, our Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center halftime show. We'll break down the numbers and talk a little bit about how that second half might go. But it's a 29-0 halftime lead for North County. Chad Speaker here, Bob Stolzer beside me, and Mike Reeves is down on the field. We'll get the thoughts of Lee Freeman when the Windsor Owls return to the field. But those halftime numbers, just about like the scoreboard. 220 yards for North County, only 63 for Windsor. North County has broken it down like this: 141 on the ground, 79 through the air. Brady McClure has been sharp. He's completed 6 out of 11 passes for 79 yards and 2 scores. He has run the ball 50 for 56 yards on 8 tries, also 2 scores there. Noel Ashley contributing 69 yards on the ground on 10 carries. Let's go down to the field now with Mike Reeves, who's talking with Lee Freeman.
Guys, thank you so very much. And I know what the scoreboard says. It says not much went right. As a coach and coaching staff, what did you see that didn't go right?
Well, I think I can be honest. I think that's the worst half of football that we've played since I've been here. So hopefully we can get some things cleaned up and play a better second half, and we'll see where we stand. But right now it's a lot of mistakes on our end and, just not playing very well. Got a lot of high snaps. Can't punt the ball right now and, having a little trouble getting where we need to be defensively. So, I mean, tip your cap to North County, I guess.
I'll ask you this to wrap it up. Is any of this stuff that went wrong, anything that you could foresee coming based on practice or anything, or is this just kind of popped up out of the blue on you?
No, we actually had 2 really good days of practice this week, and the third and fourth day were fine, and
distance was back. It just whatever could go wrong for them has gone wrong. When they've looked like they're going to have a little bit of success, it turns around and bites them, and they go back the other way. And like Coach just mentioned and talking to Mike down there, they've got to get their snaps to the punter and get some punts off. Otherwise, they're giving North County some outstanding field position, and North County, of course, has taken advantage of all those miscues that Windsor's done, and it just, definitely a one-sided half.
We passed along the North County numbers to you as 50 as an individual. Jet Black completed 1 pass for 15 yards, but he also threw 1 to North County. Brady Duncan picked it off. 63 total yards for the Windsor Owls. Let's take a look at the halftime scoreboard now on our Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center halftime show. And a few scores, Coach, that we maybe wouldn't have predicted.
No, it's just, you never know what's going to happen on these Friday nights. Like right now, we expected to see a much closer, tighter ball game here, and right now it's up North County's 29-0 here, and you look at the scores that we've gotten in so far, and some pretty big eye-openers, so to speak.
DeSoto, a tip of the cap to Rush Schmidt, and DeSoto, they lead Hillsboro on the road at the half, 14-7. So nice first half by the Dragons. And the other score that maybe we wouldn't have predicted, the Valley Catholic Warriors ranked number 2 in Class 3 and 6-0, trailed by a point to Central at the half, 20-19.
Yeah. Always surprises.
Always surprises. And then St. Genevieve, boy, they look good this year. Coach, they're actually receiving votes to be in the poll, and they look solid once again over Fredericktown at the half, 27-7.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Jeff Nix a while ago, the athletic director at St. Gen, and said that I think St. Gen had 7 penalties in the first quarter alone. He said they're not playing very well, and, give credit to Fredericktown. Steve Williams done a good job, continues to do a good job trying to get things turned around there. So, yeah, you never know what's going to happen with young minds on a Friday night.
Cole Mullins booted away. Deep man is Brandon Reno for Windsor and does a nice job hustling over to grab it at the 14-yard line. He's spun down at the 27-yard line as we do our Capias Heating and Cooling third quarter reset. I know you're down 29-0, Coach Stolzer, but if you're Windsor, they're a running team. I mean, you can't just change your stripes at half, can you?
they're going to have to get North County to back out of there. When you put 11 people within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, it's tough. If you break one and get to the second level, they better have somebody who can catch him. But to get to that point is another thing. North County, just watching the first play here, they're creeping up. They've got one guy within 10 yards of it. Everybody else is up tight.
Jet Black remains the quarterback. Wilson is blasted as he got the football. In fact, he was nearly met in the backfield by Weston Weibel. If Weibel's there a step earlier, he gets the handoff.
Yes.
Weibel has really been a shot in the arm for this North County team over the last 4 ball games. He was injured early in the season, but this kid plays hard. Weston Weibel, 5'10", 206-pound sophomore. He's had 30 tackles in his last 4 games and a sack. He has really given this defense for North County a good lift. And now there's the fullback once again, Logan Wilson, who plunges down the middle. He got back the lost yardage plus a couple of more, a gain of 4 for Wilson. 52 yards rushing for Logan Wilson, but Windsor once again is in a 3rd and long situation.
Windsor's bread and butter all year long has been their running game. They just got to get that thing established a little bit and maybe try to include a little passing in it, but obviously their passing game hasn't worked well the first half. So right now it looks like they're trying to get their running game, their bread and butter, established the second half here.
Henneke is the wide receiver off to the right side, and a nice job by the line pushing this time. It's going to be first down yardage for Windsor. They needed 7 yards, and they gained 8 on 3rd and long. Logan Wilson with the 8-yard gain and moved the sticks for the Owls. And obviously Lee Freeman says, you know what, 3rd and long, but this is what we do, guys. Go pick it up. 1st and 10 for Windsor. They're at their own 39-yard line. 10 minutes, 36 seconds. Remaining in the 3rd quarter, it's 29-0 lead for North County. And Clotes, we were about 2 inches from it being a 35 or 36-0 lead, because that's where North County was at the end of the first half. Right down at the goal line when time expired. There's the cross buck counter play to Cotton. Cotton's turned back inside, and there are more Raiders as he goes from the right back to the left side. He is blasted down for a 4-yard loss. Surface underneath that pile, and a flag on the play.
Trying to get around the corner there, and he ran into his blocker and slowed him down, and North County's pursuit caught up with him. And meanwhile, someone was holding instead of blocking.
You throw him for a 4-yard loss, Coach. Do you want to take the holding penalty or take the down?
I would decline it, as North County's doing right now. Yeah. Don't give them that extra down. As it is, they've got them for about a 5-yard loss there, so 5 more yards isn't going to make that much of a difference.
Cotton loses another 5 yards there, and he is now at a -1 in the ball game. So Logan Wilson is the only player on Windsor's team with positive rushing yardage. Black rolls to the left side, keeps it, tries to hustle it back up the field, and he gets back the lost yardage and a gain of 6. And now Black also in positive yardage with 2. He was at a -4 before that one. 9:50 remaining here in the 3rd on Parkland Sports Live. Bob Souls are with me in the booth. On the field, Mike Reeves. Jacob Towers, our engineer, and Wyatt Cawley bringing a video to you on this Friday night, week 7 of the high school football season. North County will go to St. Clair next week, and then they'll wrap it up with a Thursday night game in week 9 against Sullivan in a game that we'll have for you. Logan Wilson, once again through the middle. He gains a couple of yards, but Coach, he just has not had many holes to run through tonight.
There's too many bodies in there. Like I said, they've got to do something to get North County to back off the football. As it is right now, they're a bunch of hungry wolves waiting in there for that little lamb to get football, and they're going to jump on him. I mean, he's been doing a good job as far as getting some yardage, but that many bodies in there, it makes it tough to run.
They've brought Tristan Cotton around on a couple of counter plays, but they've been hemmed in by the North County defense as well. The snap is fumbled by Black. He does manage to pick it back up, but then loses yardage as the play really never came together there.
At the line of scrimmage, turnover on downs, Raider football.
And Lee Freeman is just kind of watching and saying, I haven't seen this all year, guys.
No.
Missed exchanges. And
Probably wondering if he got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning or what. It's frustrating as a coach to trying to get something going and nothing seems to be working. Then you go for it in fourth down and you fumble the ball and don't get anything, and you look up and North County's got great field position again.
well, and if you can't make the long snapper to punter exchange, then, I mean, you might as well go for it.
Yes.
So now it's North County with their first possession of the second half. They've got Weibel in front of their big fullback Lashley. Lashley taking it between the guards, but he is buried. It's a yard loss for Lashley, and a great job by Logan Wilson and Chase Walker to blast in the backfield right there and throw Lashley for that 1 yard loss.
Okay, that's what Windsor needs to do to get back in this ball game. Get a little momentum going defensively and stop North County's running game or passing game. Force them to punt the ball or turn it back over to them. And, they had a little bit of success starting up there, but ran out of downs there.
Duncan wide to the left side. Sherfus. You got Robinson off to the right. Lashley, runner again, off tackle left side. Gets to the outside. Had a couple of linemen helping him right there. Push their way down the field. Good work by Thad Kay, helping to move that pile a little bit, and a gain of 5 yards. 72 yards rushing for Lashley tonight. North County actually looking for its first 100-yard rusher of the season. As we noted in the first half, McClure has had 79 yards twice, but nobody's really threatened that 100-yard mark for them yet this year. This might be the night. Weibel in front of Lashley on a 3rd and 8. McClure, though, back to pass. In the pocket, breaks the pocket, scrambles to his left side, looking downfield, bluffs a pass, and then shoved that about maybe a yard short. But it gives him a 4th down and certainly manageable. Gain of 6 for McClure.
Number 10, McClure on the keeper.
He's got 62 yards rushing tonight.
Just a straight drop back pass. He got pressured out of the pocket and was able to pick up some nice yardage around the left side there, but 4th and about 2.
They'll call on Colton Bullock, Thad Kay, Sam Love, McKinley Lynn, Logan McCarty to try to move this defensive front for Windsor 6 feet if they can do it. 2 wides to the right side. Duncan and Robinson. And Strawn off to the left. Lashley dots the I in the backfield. McClure squats under center. Gives to Lashley. He's got a 1st down and more. He is met in the hole. And I'm telling you, that took a little courage right there by that defensive back, Brendan Reno, to bring him down. Lashley was at a full head of steam there.
Luckily, he was able to tackle him, because had he not, I think Ashley been standing in the end zone right now.
You're right. So good job by the linebacker, Brendan Reno. 1st and 10 for North County, just inside of the 30-yard line. Once again, they go with that I set. Lashley gets the fake. McClure pulls it. And he is brought down in the backfield for a yard loss. There's Charlie Gabriel again. You were saying that Brian Jones had a lot of nice things to say about Charlie Gabriel as a tight end. And he's done some nice things on defense, too.
Yes, he's doing well. Good athlete.
No gain on the play. 2nd down, Raiders.
2nd and 11. 6 minutes, 10 seconds, and counting down in the 3rd. 29-0 North County on top. If you're a Raider or a Raider fan, you really would like North County to get a score right here as they complete it to Robinson for an 8-yard gain, and a flag comes out. If North County can score a touchdown here, they would get that moving clock in the second half with the 35-point differential. It'll be a hold, however, against the Raiders, nullifying the pass completion. 3rd penalty for North County tonight. It's cost them 25 yards. 10 yards in this situation. It's a nice slant route, though. It's good timing play by the Raiders there. 2nd and 20 for the Raiders. They now work from the Windsor 40-yard line. 3 wides to the right side. Strawn, the lone man, to the left. McClure rolling to the right side. He's got Scherfus short. And in and out of the hands of Jackson. Couldn't complete it. And a late flag being dropped in the backfield. And a late hold.
Another penalty marker on the field.
So North County going the wrong direction if you're a Raider fan here. And a timeout on the field. 5:40 remaining here in the third frame. North County 29 and Windsor nothing. North County football when we come back on Parkland Sports Live.
Why do so many people like working at the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center?
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives of those that we serve.
The insurance is phenomenal. The cost is minimal. They're good to us. And the benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today.
So the holding, in fact, back-to-back holding penalties,
Yes,
Coach Stolzer, on North County. And North County, Coach, has scored on every possession except when they make an error.
Yes. They're
Now,
starting to make
we
boo-boos.
we could talk about the end of the first half. Time just ran out on them there. They were down to a few inches.
Now they're starting to make some miscues, and it's going in the favor of Windsor, which is going to definitely help them out. It's, if they can hold North County here, it should give them some fairly decent field position for a change, and maybe they can get something going offensively.
The Raiders have to make it down to just about Festus for a first down here. 2nd and 30 here for North County. McClure will send 3 wides to the left, and a one-man Robinson off to the right side. And then they throw just a quick pop pass out to the left to Brady Duncan. And Duncan flies by a couple of would-be tacklers and picks up 19 yards.
Yes.
Number 18, Duncan, taken down at the Owl 30-yard line.
They blocked that up well there on the outside.
A little quick out to him and showed some good speed getting down that sideline before he was finally tackled.
3rd and 11 looks a lot better than 3rd and 30.
Oh, yeah.
First catch on the night for Brady Duncan, the leading receiver for North County on the year. And half of the games he's played in this year, he's caught balls for over 100 yards.
And fourth down territory here as well.
5:09 remaining in the third, 29-0. North County leads. Trips to the right, one man to the left side. McClure's back in the gun. McClure rolling to the right side, looks down the field, and he wants it all. Throws to the end zone for Duncan. Does he have it? Yes, sir! Touchdown! North County! A 30-yard touchdown pass. Back-to-back completions, Brady McClure to Brady Duncan. However, a flag on the play. And everybody is walking back. The official says hold on the Raiders, their 3rd hold on this possession alone. I thought Duncan showed tremendous concentration back there to catch that ball. It was a great pass and a great catch.
Yes,
but
both ways, but
here's a look at that play. And Duncan had it, kind of lost it, and then made sure they had it. So a 3rd and 20. North County's been looking at some big numbers on this drive. McClure straight back in the pocket under heavy pressure. Can't escape this time.
Down, he loses about 3 on that.
And that'll be a sack by Brandon Mahone.
Number 10.
They really like Brandon Mahone, 6'2", 270 junior. And this will force North County to punt. Brendan Reno, the deep man for Windsor.
Standing about the 10-yard line. If North County can get off a good punt there, we'll have to see if what kind of field position Windsor's going to have here to start.
Mullins got some good hang time. This one is dropped by Reno, but he covers it back up, I believe, yes. Windsor football. Owls fans had to be thinking, not again on special teams.
Well, again, deep in their own territory, starting out on the 10. And
appreciate our sponsors, Busenbark Flooring and Trailer Sales, Hearing Care Partners, Everest Counseling, and Nuvo Athletic. We'll have our Mac Tech post-game show after this one's all done. And we'll name our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game and their Puttis Automotive Player to Point to tonight as we go down to the field with Mike Reeves.
Guys, how important do you think it is? And, Coach, this is probably more for you. North County played such a good first half. How important is it for Brian Jones and his group to see that replicated and not all the mistakes they just saw coming out for this half, that they want to see it continue in that right direction?
Well, they certainly want to get rid of the mistakes and go back to playing pretty well errorless football. But boy, I tell you what, they killed themselves that drive, taking away the holding calls. Moved them back. They were able to recover from that and then scored a touchdown and took that away in a holding call. And they're hurting themselves right now.
4-yard gain by Jet Black on the QB keeper. Looked like he wanted to pass it, roll to the left side, saw a little avenue, busted through it. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third. 29-0. North County leads. No score as yet in the second half, though. Black will send one wide receiver to the right side, Kai Lenore, and then he'll bring him on motion back around to the left side. Black under some heavy pressure by Weibel. Pitches it out there. Hits Tristan Cotton in the gut, but can't complete it. My gosh. Every time Black drops back, he just has white shirts chasing him.
Running for his life.
Mm-hmm. Clock stops on the incompletion. 3:11 left in the third frame. And 29-0. North County leads it here. Windsor will go to Fredericktown in week number 8. And then they'll conclude the regular season here at home against Bayless. They probably feel like pretty good chance for them.
Yes, definitely 2 possible winnable ball games there.
3rd and 5. Black under center. Sends a man in motion. Throws it to his tight end, Charlie Gabriel. Left side out route. Right about at the stick. I think they're going to move the markers here on a gain of 6. It's a good timing route. 2 completions for Jet Black in this ball game, and they've both been to Charlie Gabriel.
Again, they probably might be their best football player on their team.
Gabriel leading them in yards and touchdowns. On the receiving side on the year, 6 catches for him coming in for 122. It's over a 20-yard average when they throw it to him. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line for Windsor. They finally have a little seam to run through as Brandon Reno got just a little bit of room to run and gained 9 yards. Brandon Reno, a sophomore, he averages 10.8 on the air. Brings up a 2nd and a yard for Windsor, 2:25 and counting here in the third.
Oh, he really hit that hole quick that time. He got his legs going and pushed a couple of people back. Darn near got the first down.
Maybe this brings Logan Wilson back into the equation. Nope, it brings a fumble back in as Jet Black once again on the exchange fumbles it, and Jackson Scherfus tracks him down in the backfield and throws him for a 5-yard loss.
Jet Black sacked in the backfield by number 19, Jackson Scherfus.
How many just missed exchanges have we seen? Probably 6 or 7.
They put the ball on the ground a lot. Fortunately for them, they've been able to recover most of their own fumbles. If North County be jumping on those, we'd be on a running clock right now.
Windsor, figuring this is really kind of a must-have situation, calls a timeout. 1:49 remaining in the third. North County 29, Windsor nothing. 3rd and 5 for Windsor at their own 26 when we come back on Parkland Sports Live. We appreciate Hub's Pub as one of our sponsors on Parkland Sports Live. Remember, you can go to Hub's Pub on Friday nights during the football season and watch Parkland Sports Live. So check out the game, get some great drinks and food there at Hub's Pub in Bonne Terre. 3rd and 5 here for Windsor. Jet Black, the quarterback. In fact, they might have Logan Wilson as in the Wildcat formation right here, and indeed they do. So Wilson takes the direct snap, takes it around the right side, trying to push for that first down. Won't quite get there, but he does pick up 4. And I think Windsor's going for this, Coach. You have to, right?
You have to. I mean, it's, what do you do? Take your chances after you snap several long snaps over the punter's head? Or
I like the wrinkle, though. I like the wrinkle on the Wildcat. Kyle Henneke running in the play. Kylan Orr.
I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough to stop Windsor from picking up this first down. As hard as their backs run, they just need the 1 yard.
Yep, Logan Wilson in that Wildcat formation. Once again, I have seen teams go to strictly a Wildcat formation in the past.
They did not get it.
He handed off that time and just pounded down in the backfield as Tegan Gannon. However, there is a flag. But it's an illegal shift against Windsor, and North County will decline it.
Yep.
So Tegan Gannon with his first carry. That goes for a -2. And North County will have the football right back at the Windsor 30-yard line.
Guys, the Wildcat, basically what Central went to last week, they just decided our 2 best runners are our running backs, so you put them side by side, snap to one of them and go. And I like this move here by Windsor. The penalty's going to blow things up here, but I like the idea. I do. I like the idea.
Got to find something. I saw Farmington come back in a state playoff game, shifting to strictly a Wildcat in the entire second half. They're down a couple scores. They came back and won that game. I think it was against Gateway, if I remember. McClure hands it off to Lashley, and Lashley just tucks in behind that. He just surfed his line for 6 yards. I mean, that was complete displacement.
I don't know if it was a little counter or a little ice or what, but a lot of forward movement by the entire group of North County offensive players.
Good work by McCarty, Kay, Bullock, Love, and Lynn. Well done. Chase Ziegler is in at a fullback spot for North County. Second and called a long 4 or a short 5, either way. Lashley, the single setback behind McClure. Nope, beg your pardon. Ziegler's still the fullback. They're going to put McClure down under center now. Straw on the wide to the left side. 2 wides off to the right side. And it'll be just Lashley playing more power football. Lashley looked like he was popped at the line, but he does manage to struggle forward for a 3-yard gain. Lashley with his high output on the year of 86 yards rushing as we've come to the end of our third quarter. No score in the third, but a 29-0 lead for North County over Windsor as we go to the fourth after this on Parkland Sports Live. So starting the fourth quarter, a 29-0 lead for North County over Windsor. After this one goes final, we'll have your Mac Tech postgame show. Ready to roll up your sleeves, dive into a hands-on career. Mineral Area College, ready for you. Their Mac Tech industry and technology programs are all about getting to work and making things happen. Welding, HVAC, auto tech, construction, and more. Take the first step to a fulfilling career in a Mac Tech program. Apply today at mineralarea.edu. We'll keep our eyes open for those scores from around the area. A couple of interesting ones at the half. DeSoto leading Hillsborough 14-7, and it was Central leading Valley by a point at the break, 20-19. Another score we saw St. Genevieve well on its way at Fredericktown, 27-7, the halftime score there. North County taking a look at a 3rd and 2 from the 22-yard line of Windsor. McClure down under center, gives to Weibel, the fullback. Weibel breaking tackles, busting through right down the middle. And a good gain for him of 10 yards.
Well, he was stopped with little or no gain, and, man, he just fought his way down and made a big pickup there.
It was a bowling ball down to that 14-yard line. Down to the 12, 1st and 10 at the 12 for North County. North County looking for the first score of the second half, just underway here in our fourth quarter. Ziegler in front of Lashley in this alignment. McClure barks it out, off tackle, right side Lashley. He's got a block, and he's into the end zone. Robinson threw a beauty of a block and a 12-yard touchdown run by Noah Lashley. His first touchdown of the night. And Lashley not only scores it, but also closing in on 100 yards rushing tonight. North County leading at 35-0 at the 11:19 mark of the fourth quarter. 98 yards rushing for Noah Lashley tonight. He's trying to become the first North County ball carrier to rush for 100 or more in a ball game this year. He already has the most yards rushed for by a single ball carrier this season for North County. And a timeout as a Windsor Owl is late to get up. And he'll get a little help and come off the field. That's good to see.
You know, Chad, a lot of the materials that you share with me, a lot of the things on there has the weights that some of these kids from North County can lift, and that's definitely showing up in the ball game here. I mean, their fullback, you know, that last run he got for 10 yards, that was a power run. He had some people on him, and he just drove them back with him. And, you know, I know the rest of their kids, you know, are really strong as well, and that plays a big part in any kind of success that you have in football.
And as you alluded to, Coach, Lashley, a 400-pound squatter, and certainly that plays into his power running style as the extra point sails up and through by Cole Mullins. And it's 36-0 North County, 11:19 remaining in the fourth. We're back after this on Parkland Sports Live.
Since 1941, Busenbark Flooring has been Southeast Missouri's trusted name in flooring. This family-owned business features top-quality carpet, tile, and hardwood, along with countertops, kitchens, and bathrooms, all with expert installation. Need to haul it? Busenbark Trailer Sales has you covered. Come see the large selection of dump trailers, equipment haulers, goosenecks, livestock trailers, and more. Visit busenbarkflooring.com and busenbarktrailersales.com, or stop by and see everything at the Fairgrounds exit on Highway 67.
Coach Stolzer, here's a look at that touchdown.
Okay, just a little counter trap. They trapped the defensive end and faked to the fullback to the left and give it to the tailback running off the right off the trap and into the end zone for a 11-yard gain and touchdown.
You know, we've talked about Charlie Gabriel, how good player he is. Did you see Thad K, 53, with that kick-out block on Gabriel?
Yes.
Well done by Thad K. The kick by Mullins, a deep one. Finally tracked down by Reno, and Reno at the far sideline shows us his jets and bolts out to the 40-yard line. Boy, he was late to get there, but once he got there, he made something happen.
He ran into a pile, all of a sudden he emerged out on the other side of it, and he was a streak going down that far sideline.
So for Windsor, pretty good field position for them to start this drive.
Best field position of the night for them.
So you're down 35-0. Or I beg your pardon, 36 with the extra point. Are you still in pass mode now and trying to come back? Or now are you kind of shifting and saying, let's just run our basic offense as well as we can?
Well, you got 15 minutes, not quite 15 minutes to try and score 36 points. I mean, just try and get some offense going, something to build on for next week. They might come out and try and throw the ball, but at least try and get something going offensively.
Of course, as we mentioned earlier, North County activating that power clock once you reach a differential of 35 points. that clock continues to run. And there's Weston Weibel. He catches Logan Wilson in the backfield and just hammers him down for a loss of yardage. Well, Weston Weibel, I think, is a heck of a play. I think Weston Weibel is going to be handing out headaches for the next couple of years around the area. This kid's a sophomore, but, I mean.
He plays like a junior or senior.
He does. 5'10", 206, and they're happy to have him just about near full power. 10:07 remaining in the fourth. 36-0 North County. Timeout on the field, and we'll tell you more on the other side of this timeout on Parkland Sports Live.
Do you often ask others to repeat themselves? Is the TV volume creeping up higher? Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton, and it could be time to have your hearing checked. Hearing loss happens gradually, making it hard to notice. At Hearing Care Partners, we offer thorough hearing evaluations that uncover even subtle changes in your hearing over time. Early detection can improve your hearing and your life. Start prioritizing your hearing today. Schedule your appointment now at hearingcarepartners.com. At Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear.
Following the timeout, Windsor brings its offense back out. They went the wrong way on the last play, courtesy of Weston Weibel. Logan Wilson, 141 yards per game this year. He has 66 on 14 carries tonight. This North County defense has been hard on him, but he gets it again. He'll try it again. He'll plunge forward again. Jackson Scherfus cuts him down after a 2-yard gain.
Number 4, Wilson on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 for Windsor.
Scherfus has done a nice job. Scherfus kind of plays that outside linebacker position, but a lot of times they'll kind of roll him onto that line almost like he's an edge rusher. And he really does come down hard from there.
Again, they've got nearly their whole defense within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, or they're just daring Windsor to try and throw the ball. And, unfortunately for Windsor, when they do try and throw it, they've got so many people chasing the quarterback, he doesn't have any time to throw.
Yeah, hasn't had a clean pocket all night. Henneke, the wide receiver, to the right side. Tight end off to the left. Black's back to pass, looks down the field, throws it in a lot of traffic. You see one wide receiver coach, and surrounding him we saw 5 white shirts. Pass intended for Charlie Gabriel, but just too much traffic in the area. That brings up 4th down. We'll hear from Mike Reeves on our Mac Tech post-game show. He'll have a chat with the coaches. Brian Jones for North County, Lee Freeman for Windsor. For Windsor, their season's still out in front of them. Fredericktown, Bayless to close the year. Good opportunity for them here before we get to district time. 8:40 remaining in the fourth. With that running clock, 36-0. North County leads it. And this one's blown dead before it ever got started on a false start by Windsor.
Flag on the field is for a false start against the Owls.
3rd penalty on Windsor tonight for 15 yards.
Guys, question for Coach related to something going on in the field right now is the way I'm watching North County. They're going to win the football game. It's 36-0. What is the importance of keeping that 0 and getting the shutout for a team's defense as opposed to 36-6 or whatever? What does it mean to a team that they lock it up and get that shutout?
It definitely gives them something to hang their hats on, Mike. It's just, they played well defensively the whole ball game, and they certainly did deserve to have a shutout to their credit.
Jet Black, the quarterback, on a 4th and 13. They'll send 3 wide receivers in pattern, but he has no chance. He's sacked in the backfield, and it's Jackson Scherfus again. Scherfus just met in the backfield with McKinley Lynn, and Jet Black really had no chance to do anything there on a loss of 8 yards.
Okay, we're going to try and do a little what's called a throwback there to their tight end. They sprint out one way, and they're going to throw back against across the field to their great athlete tight end, and unfortunately the quarterback didn't have time to set up the ball. You'll see here, watch your tight end.
Charlie Gabriel.
Yep. He's going out over there. They're bringing everything to the right here like that before he could set up and throw back across.
Yeah, he couldn't even turn, could he?
And again, guess what kind of field position North County has?
North County once again starting in Windsor territory. This time they start at the Windsor 31-yard line. McClure down under center, and they'll switch the alignment this time. Lashley becomes the fullback for Chase Ziegler. Chase Ziegler gets the carry, and he blasts forward for a gain of 7 yards.
Number 44, Chase Ziegler.
The first carry for Chase Ziegler, and it goes for 7 yards. And Noah Lashley says, "Let me clear the way for you, my friend."
Second down and 3.
I've been blocking for you all night. Let me have a shot at it.
6.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. A 36-0 margin in favor of North County. And you heard Brian Jones at the half say, really our first complete game, and he's seen that continue here in the second half. Substitution at the fullback spot. It's Maddox Bosler in the ball game. Ziegler gets it. Tries to go through the guards this time, and not much going there for him there. Maybe a yard. Maddox Bosler, the new fullback, 5'10", 167 pounds, sophomore. Good news for North County coaches. We do see a number of these athletes that are not seniors. I mean, they'll have something certainly to build with next year.
Yes, certainly. And now he's starting to sub some kids in there, get them some playing time too, and get them some experience, and again, something to build off for the future.
Ziegler is one of those seniors, but Bosler, the fullback, a sophomore. Brady McClure, the quarterback, just a junior. So Ziegler dots the I in the backfield. They'll give it to him again. Breaks the tackle, goes off tackle left side. Blasted down at the 17-yard line, but a good, tough run by Ziegler. And it's gain of 6 for Chase.
Fresh legs.
Yep. Ziegler's first few carries. Lashley, if my numbers are right, Lashley is probably, if he only knew, he's like, give me one more carry. I've got 98 yards here. If my numbers are right. And most of the time I will tell you my numbers are pretty darn close.
You're pretty good at it, Chad, I will say. You talked about they hadn't had a 100-yard rusher all year, and he was bearing down on that, and suddenly it's time for the subs to come in. And
I don't imagine any of them know that at the field level,
no,
though.
Probably not, but I'm sure come after all the stats are done, he's going to let Coach Jones know about it.
Maybe they'll take the stats with a pencil instead of a pen, and then find an extra 2 yards in there somewhere. 4:37 remaining in the fourth, and a timeout on the field. 36-0 North County leading Windsor. We're back after this on Parkland Sports Live.
Life can feel like an uphill climb, but no one has to face it alone. Everest Counseling, based in Farmington, has been empowering individuals and families for over 20 years, offering support through life's toughest challenges. Specializing in at-risk youth and serving rural communities, the experienced and compassionate team provides the guidance and the tools necessary to thrive. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, trauma, family conflicts, or just need someone to talk to, Everest Counseling provides personalized services to meet your needs. Contact Everest Counseling today at 573-330-4452.
North County in good shape tonight. 36-0 is the score here at Windsor. 4:37 remaining in the fourth quarter. And North County driving the ball once again. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line of Windsor. North County has started to get some of those backups in the ball game, and we'll see backup quarterback Ryan Wisnowski in the lineup now for North County. Chase Ziegler continues to play that I-back position. He plunges up ahead for about a 3-yard gain. Next week, we've called an audible. We were going to do Farmington to Festus. Festus said not enough room for the Parkland Sports Live crew. So we're going to do Dexter at Central. And Coach Stolzer, that's really been kind of a common opponent for Central. They've played them a number of times over the years, played some really good games, and the Bearcats have a nice team this year.
Yeah, you get in your district game. Those two have battled it out a few times. Of course, usually Park Hill's been coming out on top, but Dexter's been pretty decent the last 2 years as they are this year, so might be a pretty good matchup.
Jaden Cook in at a wide receiver position, along with Kendrick Simon for North County. New quarterback Ryan Wisnowski. He gives it to the fullback, first man through. And the fullback, Maddox Bosler, is captured at the line of scrimmage. Says he manages to struggle forward for a pair of yards.
We're kind of witnessing something right now, Chad, we haven't seen too often here the last couple of years. We're seeing kind of a traditional I formation with a fullback and running back and a wide receiver or flanker with a couple of double tie or a couple of tight ends. And
They started the ball game with Lashley as the single setback, but when they put Weibel in there, Coach, that was a good combination for them with that eye setup. And they've got Bosler in front of Ziegler now. Ziegler takes it, plunges down near the 10-yard line. So he's got another positive carry, bringing up a 4th and 2 for North County, just outside of the 10-yard line.
Just kind of running some simple I formation plays, a little ISO there to the left side.
Some of those big linemen still out there for North County. Owen Myers, though, is checked in. We see Thad K, Colton Bullock remain in the ball game, along with McKinley Lynn. And then that right guard position, Brad Abadabic is in the ball game for North County. North County continues to let that play clock melt all the way down as well. 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in our contest, and a timeout by North County. So 36-0 the score. North County threatening once again, and this one getting close to going final. We'll stay right here during this timeout. St. Genevieve in good shape against Fredericktown, it looks like, Coach.
Yes, 42-7 in early in the third, or late in the third quarter.
St. Genevieve looking to go to 6-1 on the year. They may get ranked this week. I think they were in the 11th or 12th spot. Like, you rank the top 10, but then it shows
votes.
others that have votes. Yeah, and are near to kind of breaking in as we head down to the field with Mike Reeves.
Guys, I know you're talking about next week's game a little bit, and had a chance to just glance. Even going into tonight, those are the top 2 teams in that district. And Central with their 2 losses coming in tonight, Dexter undefeated coming into tonight. But you got to think a head-to-head matchup. If they remain 1-2, that's going to be your number 1 seed for the district. So, yeah, we had to call a bit of an audible. I think the Farmington Festus game will be really, really good. But I think Dexter and Central has a chance to be awfully good as well. So, looking forward to that one.
A lot of stake at that game. A lot of stake.
Cole Mullins is out for a field goal try. This will be a shorter one for Cole. He's got plenty of leg. So this will be a 27-yard attempt for Cole Mullins. He blasted a 46-yarder against Farmington early this year. The 27-yarder, though, is blocked. The second blocked kick of the ball game for the Windsor Owls. They blocked an extra point earlier, and as much trouble as they've had on special teams, well, they've done a nice job defending the kicks, defending the extra point, defending the field goal. And here they go once again on the replay, and it came off the edge that time. Kyle Haneke, the first one there. The clock does continue to roll, though, at 147, 146, 145 and counting down, as we'll call upon my colleagues Bob Stolzer and Mike Reeves to think about maybe our Domino's Pizza player of the game and our Pettis Automotive player to point to that we'll name after this one goes final.
Yep, I've got to point at North County's quarterback. He's done an awful lot for them tonight. Throwing the ball, passing ball for touchdowns, running for a touchdown. It's just he's done a good job of running the offense tonight.
Boy, wasn't he sensational in the first half when they pulled away? He was great. 2 by air, 2 by ground. Pass completion. Right there goes from Jet Black to Brandon Reno for 16 yards. Good completion. 37 yards passing for Black tonight. 49 seconds and counting down in our ball game. And Windsor would, of course, love to get on the board as this one goes complete down the middle to that great tight end, Charlie Gabriel, and a gain of another 16 yards, this time to Gabriel. It's going to be a little too late, though, for Windsor in this one with 22 seconds remaining in the contest, and North County holding a 36-0 advantage. Jet Black under center, 3 wides to the left side. He rolls to the left side. And pass intended once again for Brandon Reno, this time just out of his reach. Clock at 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the North County Raiders, with their most complete performance of the year and a resounding road victory here at Windsor, 36, the 11th win in a row North County has had over Windsor. So Brian Jones's troops with a victory tonight. And Coach Stolzer, as we mentioned during the broadcast, a key win for them in terms of district standings,
yes,
too.
Definitely so. They were down to bottom of the heap. Windsor was ahead of them. They'll move ahead of Windsor now, of course. DeSoto was ahead of them as well, and being that they beat DeSoto, they're going to step up a couple notches in their district rankings.
Some scores as we go final here at Windsor. We've got plenty more to come, as we'll have your MacTech post-game show. Valley leading Central now 27-20. You've got Farmington leading Cape Central 21-14. Great ball game there.
Yes.
You heard St. Genevieve a 27-7 lead. They'd actually expanded that. Farmington has gone up now 35-14, so it looks like they're going to get that win against Cape. And then DeSoto a 14-10 lead at Hillsborough. So some great scores from around the area right there.
Some eye-openers, so to speak, tonight.
Mike Reeves on the field, and the coaches will want to talk to their troops, but Coach Reeves will talk to both head coaches, Lee Freeman right there, and then, of course, we'll talk with Brian Jones on our post-game show. And let's go ahead and get the thoughts of Lee Freeman down on the field with Mike Reeves. Not sure if his mic's on, and I don't think he can hear us. We're going to try to solve this problem. So I don't know if this is a technical problem or a human problem, but we're going to try to get a message to Mike to try to get that mic turned on. So if the interview can pop into us here as we move along in our post-game show, then that'll be great. But it's been a 36-0 victory for North County over Windsor. Windsor falls to 3-4 on the year. North County goes to 2-5 on the year, and they will visit St. Clair next week, and then they'll conclude the regular season against Sullivan. So that's the remaining regular season schedule for the North County Raiders. The Windsor Owls, now at 3-4, of course, will go to Fredericktown, and they'll play against Bayless. And so you don't predict what's going to happen, of course, and Windsor's going to have to play good football to close the year, Coach. But now at 3-4, Windsor, we've seen them improve this year. We've seen that they are an improving team, and they've still got to kind of go into that and feel like, hey, we can still close the regular season with a winning record here, guys.
Definitely on the upswing. I mean, it was tough for them to run the ball tonight. Again, with all the people that North County put up in the box, and, it's a rightfully thing to do. They came close to breaking a few long ones at times. Fortunately for North County, they were able to catch the back from behind, but and then right there at the end of the ball game, they're throwing the ball with a little success too. So they can improve in passing the ball a little bit, and they've definitely got 2 winnable ball games coming up to close out the season.
So as North County wins it tonight, they certainly improve their standing in Class 4 District 1. North County, as Coach kind of mentioned, at the bottom of the heap, Festus on top. Then you've got Hills, the head coach of the North County Raiders, as we continue on your post-game show. Ryan Jones was very, very happy at halftime, and we anticipate that he'll be very happy on the end of this one as well. And Mike Reeves might just have a dead mic there, and we might have to invite Brian Jones up to the booth if he would make the trip to do that. So not hearing anything from Mike Reeves down in the field. This happens when you're live sometimes, guys. I'll tell you what, we're going to step aside for just a moment on our MacTech post-game show. And when we come back, we'll hand out some awards. Our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game and our Pettis Automotive Player to point to.
Why do so many people like working at the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center?
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives.
This you saw in the first half all season long. You finally got it. Overall now, how do you assess it now that the game's in the books?
Well, we'll take a win any way we can get it. I didn't expect a shutout, and we weren't really playing for that, but that's the way things went tonight. Our defense played really strong. Our offense showed up, except for that little letdown right at when we come out after halftime. I am very pleased with these guys, and I think they had a lot of fun tonight.
The shutout means what? We talked about it a little bit during the broadcast, a 0 versus giving up a score. What does it mean to the defense that they put a 0 on the board?
Well, generally it means that my wife and daughters have to make brownies and cookies for these guys, because that's kind of been the rule throughout my tenure. Anytime there's a shutout, there's cookies and brownies at Monday's practice. So I'm not going to tell these guys that. I'm sure somebody hearing that this is going to let the kids know, and I might be sleeping with the Beagles the next couple of nights. I don't know. We'll see how it happens.
I am impressed with the fact that it hasn't gone the way you want it to, yet the team puts this together this week. That tells me that they're staying with the plan. They're staying with the process. Is that a sign, too, that you coaches see, is that, hey, we finally did put it together, and if you stick with it, we got a chance to do some good things?
Well, we've played a grinder of a schedule, and I never made any excuses about that. And also, we're down. We lost some really quality guys last year, and I've never made any excuses about that either. And these guys have come to work, and we talk about our schedule. We took a couple on the chin early, then we scrapped out one against DeSoto, and then we give one away to Hillsborough. We kind of feel like with with the 4 turnovers, and they got 3 touchdowns on 3 of them. And the thing about the Hillsborough games, we was out of school. That's always a distraction. And then we come back and back that up with homecoming, which is the absolute worst week of every football season. And then we played a really strong Festus team. And, the takeaway from the Festus game was that we competed with a really good team, and we moved the ball, and we scored more points than we had scored in any game all year. And then we kind of parlayed that into tonight. And there was a kind of a different atmosphere at practice this week. Kids were working hard, and we're doing this all beat up, and that's the thing people forget. We got guys hobbled up and guys trying to play and giving it their best, and we're doing all we can to get them back healthy. But when you're limited with who can play and who's ready to play, sometimes those things are just insurmountable.
$1 million question, and I'll let you go after this one. That's, how do you replicate it? How do you make sure this week is as good as the past week, and then the next week's game looks as good as tonight looked? What's the key to doing that?
Well, hopefully these guys are understanding what they're capable of. That's the big thing, and then we got to go to work as coaches and put together a really good game plan against St. Clair on a short notice, because we're playing next week on a Thursday. So, which. It's not the first time we've done that, but it's still, you lose a prep day, especially when your sub-varsity guys are playing on Mondays, and you need them for your scout team. That kind of scared me, but
2 of us.
But we'll just have to make it work, and we'll have to get as much work done Monday as we can, and maybe have to go a little longer on Tuesday.
Nice job by your team tonight. Good to see your squad have a game like that. Good to visit with you again. Talk to you down the road very soon.
Thanks, Mike. We appreciate the coverage. I'd just like to say thanks to all the faithful Raiders that came up tonight. We had a pretty good crowd following these guys and supporting them, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and it's certainly appreciated. And it's easy to follow a team that's 5-1, 6-1, 5-2, 7-0 at the end of 7 weeks. When you're following a team and supporting a team that's had the growing pains and the struggles that we've had this year, there's a lot of other things to do on Friday nights. So I really appreciate everybody that came up and watched tonight's game.
See you soon, sir.
Thanks.
Guys, back up to you, North County Raider head football coach Brian Jones with us.
All right, the Raiders explode with a 36-0 victory tonight on the road at Windsor. We've got some stats to get to and some awards to hand out. Let's go ahead and break down the numbers now. 306 total yards for North County. The Windsor Owls lagged behind that just a bit, 119 total yards for Windsor in this one. Brady McClure threw for 98 yards, 2 scores, and he ran for 61 more yards and 2 scores, most of that in the first half. Noah Lashley with 98 yards rushing tonight. He became the closest guy to rush to for 100 yards for North County on the air. Did it on 16 carries. He had a touchdown. 21 yards for Chase Ziegler. Got involved late with 5 carries. Weston Weibold with a couple of tries and 16 yards there. So let's go to the receiving corps now. Jackson Sherfus with 22 yards rushing. Or receiving, beg your pardon, on a couple of catches. Jamal Robinson with 2 catches and 40 yards, and then Brady Duncan had a grab for 13. I think that Noah Lashley had an extra carry that I didn't add in, and I think he has 108 yards, Coach.
Very good.
I think I shorted him.
I was going to give Coach Jones a bunch of grief, but now I don't have to.
I'm glad I caught that.
Well, congratulations to him.
So, Noah, I added another 10 yards, and I had you with 108 tonight. Good work. The Windsor Owls rush for 66, and they throw for 53. And so Jet Black gets all those 53 passing yards. He ran 9 times for -8. Logan Wilson averaged 141 on the year, and he was tough to bring down tonight, but he only had 68 yards on 5 carries. Charlie Gabriel had 3 catches for 37 yards. Domino's Pizza player of the game. You really liked what you saw. I agree with you out of Brady McClure.
I did, Coach. He had a heck of a night. Big part of the North County success tonight.
Our Domino's Pizza player of the game brought to you, of course, by Domino's Pizza. Delicious, customizable, brings people together. Call your local Domino's. Go online, Domino's.com, or download the Domino's app today. Carry out or delivery your local Domino's in Farmington, Park Hills, Bonne Terre, Fredericktown, Potosi, and St. Genevieve. Our player to point to, I liked what Weston Weibold did a lot tonight. I thought he was very disruptive on defense. He was a great lead blocker, but I think you got to go with the player to point to as the first guy to run over 100 yards for North County on the year, Noah Lashley. 17 carries for 108 for Noah Lashley tonight. He's our Pettis Automotive player to point to. So congratulations to Noah Lashley, and congratulations to these North County Raiders. A 36-0 victory, and we'll see if they get their season turned around and headed in the right direction at St. Clair next week, as you heard Coach say, on a Thursday, and then concluding at home in week number 9 against Sullivan on a Thursday. And we've made a switch, too. We were going to cover Farmington at Festus next week. We'll have Central at Dexter, and Coach Stolzer has already promised us a good game in that one.
I think it's going to be a good game. Those 2 schools always have a pretty much almost like a rivalry, I guess. You know, they've been in the top in the districts the last couple of years and played in the playoffs, and I'm looking for a good ball game.
They're like distant rivals.
Distant rivals, and it'll be at Central, and Central obviously gave Valley a tussle tonight. That one's probably not over with yet, but Central was leading Valley, number 2 ranked in Class 3, at halftime, and then Valley, from what we heard, went ahead by a touchdown, and that's got to give them a lot of self-confidence. They probably got some of their kids back. I know that Corey had some of his kids were banged up. It's interesting. There's a couple of games tonight that, were kind of surprising to us. The DeSoto-Hillsboro game, that's a big rivalry there.
And, late in that one, yep.
Russ has got to be proud of his kids. Hard telling what the outcome of that game's going to be. But if DeSoto's able to hang on, win that game, well, kudos to Coach Schmidt and the Dragons from DeSoto. You never know. That's why they say you got to play the game on Friday nights, and one night your kids might be the certain underdog, and suddenly they decide to step up and play, and good things happen. And just like tonight, North County struggled all year long. Talked to Coach Jones before the ball game. He said they had a couple of real good practices this week. They got a lot of confidence last week against Festus. They proved that they could play with some a better team, and their kids worked hard this past week and came out and played a whale of a ball game.
We just got word that Valley is victorious tonight, 40-20. Outscored them 21-0 in the second half. That's a championship effort.
Yes, down like that and championship effort come in the latter part of the ball game. Their kids probably settled down and went to work and certainly outscored them second half.
Our score for the final time tonight is North County 36, Windsor 0. And Owls fall to 3-4 in the year. North County improves to 2 and 5. Want to thank our champs as well. Our engineer, Jacob Towers, always does such a tremendous job. Cameraman, Wyatt Colley. Our man on the field or on the turf, you can take your pick, is Mike Reeves. For Bob Stolzer, I'm Chad Speaker, and I hope your home team did well tonight.